Добре дојдовте во 3D центарот во Скопје. Во оваа прилика ќе зборуваме на темата бонд цементи, односно биоматеријали за надградување на коска. На моје чест и задоволство, во продолжение ќе ви го најавам нашиот гостин, кој што е всушност иноватор на овој производ, на овие биоматеријали. Воедно би сакала да нагласам на самиот почеток дека токму овие биоматеријали, овие бонд цементи во 2019 година се добитник, односно компанијата на нашиот гостин е добитник на наградата Едисон за иновации, престижна награда за иновации. Би сакала да му посакам добри дојде на доктор Амос Јахов од Израел. Добре ли дојдовте во 3D центарот.
Hello. Thank you very much for having me in your show.
Thank you very much. Докторе, ајде за почеток да ги запознаеме повеќе нашите гледачи со вас. Јас направив мало интро, но би сакала малку повеќе да се представите вие пред нив.
Okay, I am Dr. Mosyav. I'm practicing dentistry since 1992. My clinic was a private clinic which was limited to implant dentistry and aesthetic dentistry. And I am 62 years old. I have a wife and 2 children and 5 grandchildren. So that's who I am in general.
Докторе, вие сте овде во Македонија не прв пат, но ќе ни објасните ли зошто сте овој пат дојдени во Македонија?
Yeah, first it's a great pleasure for me. I've been invited by the Academic of Aesthetic Dentistry in Macedonia. I think it's an honor and privilege to be here. And that's fantastic because also the people here are very nice, the food is amazing, and now let's see the scientific part, how it's going to be.
Во продолжение би сакала малку повеќе да позборуваме и за вашата компанија. Јас нагласив дека вие сте иноватор на одличен производ кој што е супер производ за стоматолозите, воедно и добитник на наградата престижната награда за иновации Едисон. Како настана идејата за вашата компанија? Со што точно се занимавате?
Yes, my company actually was started in 2010, and it was after about 15 years of development. Personally, as I mentioned, I'm a clinician, and in my early day I was looking to find another solution for bone augmentation because today bone augmentation is an indispensable part of the modern dentistry because since the implant has been introduced, actually also many cases need to be grafting by bone grafts. And in my early day, I was looking to find a better solution for the old solution that we have up until now. So that's why it took me about 15 years to develop bone cements. Those make a true paradigm shift in this field. And that's how I started. It started as a research and development, then as a startup, and then as a company.
Споменавте дека сте сакале да направите промена за разлика од минатото, па да нагласиме, која е разликата помеѓу вашите материјали и останатите?
The old way of doing GBR is using different types of material. It can be from the person himself, it can be from animals or from dead bodies, from cadavers, or from some synthetic. Most of them comes as granules and they need also membrane. The procedure is complex, it's much more invasive. The difference between finding bone cement, it's turned all of the procedure to be much more simple, faster and less invasive, and of course with less complication, which is very important. How come? Because the bone cement by itself is a bacteriostatic material. It's much more easy. The only thing that the doctor needs to do is to inject it into the site. It gets hard and take the form. And also all of the surgical protocols are completely different and opposite of traditional grafting, in which in traditional grafting, for example, the flap must be large, need to be released. Here, no, the flap is minimal, so it's less invasive to the patient, less swelling, less pain, and also the healing is much faster. Those give a huge benefits to the clinician and of course to the patient, because in the end of the day we treat the patient. It's very important for him. And the other things is less complication. When it's less complication, we can do predictably the procedure with less fear that is going to fail.
Ние во Македонија ги уживаме благодетите на вашиот производ. Во колку земји е достапен, односно во колку земји ги има вашите бонд цементи?
The most innovating things is that up until now it was very cumbersome to perform augmentation procedures. Now with bone cement it's a paradigm shift because it's much more easy. The only thing that the doctor needs to do is to inject it into the site. Immediately it's get hard and get the shape of the site, and you can close the flap. So actually you can shorten the procedure by more than 80-90% of what it was before. So also for the patient it's much better because you don't need to stay so long time on the chair. The other things is the minimal invasive surgical protocols. As I mentioned earlier, those are very, very important for the patient, and of course these minimal complications. Those makes a big difference between the traditional grafting. However, in order to work with such material, the doctor need to go different training because it's completely different than what have been done for many decades ago. There is the old way of doing things and the new way of doing things, and of course the doctor need to be trained in order to do it. He cannot take an old message and all techniques and mix them with the new way of working. That's something that it's important. So doctors who pass the training, pass the learning curve, definitely can provide their patients a much better treatment care than with the traditional grafting.
Одлично, би ви се заблагодарила што сте успеале да ги поместите одредени моменти во стоматологијата за доброто и на пациентите и на стоматолозите. Бидејќи сте прв пат овде во 3D центарот, јас како добра домакинка би ве прашала кои се вашите импресии од овој центар?
First, I must say that I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed because I can see that no money was saved here. They invest in the most updated techniques, in the most updated tools and technology in order to provide their patient the best treatment care that ever. And I think is how the world is going to. New technology, new possibilities, and I think I'm very impressed also from the place, which is very well organized, and also from the management, how they're going to conduct this place, and of course from the tools and everything. It's really impressive. Yeah.
Докторе, ми беше чест и задоволство. Благодарам за вашето присуство.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Почитувани, ви благодарам и на вам за вашето внимание. Имавте можност и прилика да го погледнете разговорот со доктор Амос Јахов од Израел. Се надевам дека уживавте и научивте многу работи кога се работи за бонд цементите.